Welcome back to Chalk Talk here at the National Football Post. And today I want to talk about the defensive side of the ball and the zone blitz. Now the zone blitz you'll see at the NFL level, the college level, and even at the high school level if you run it properly. Today we're up on the chalkboard and I have base 4-3 personnel on the field against regular personnel for the offense. Regular personnel, this means two wide receivers, an X and a Z. The tight end, which is the Y, the F, the fullback, the R, the running back. Base personnel. This is very basic today. I want to break it down from the beginning. Defensively, an under front. The nose shaded to the close side of the formation. 3 technique tackle. 2 defensive ends. The Sam linebacker walked up over the tight end. And the Mike and the Will. In the secondary, I have cover 2 shell. I like to do that. You know, from a coaching perspective, it gives you a lot of opportunity to disguise, roll into different coverages. As you see right here, look, 2 deep safeties, cornerbacks in the press position. What are they going to do with the snap the ball? We're going to roll this coverage. You get the free safety to work to the middle of the field. These corners are going to bail. The bail technique is a zone turn. Open your back to the sideline, get out. They're playing a fire zone deep 1/3 it's called. So you have 3 deep coverage here. 3 deep, just like cover 3. What that allows is a strong safety. He's going to walk down before the snap. He plays what's called the seam flat. It's the open or weak side of the formation. This defensive end is going to step to the line of scrimmage. You want to show that tackler you're coming. He's going to bump back out, and he's got the seam flat over here. That leaves the will linebacker to play in the middle of the field, which I call the middle hook. So essentially you have number 2, number 3, and number 2. Those are your underneath zone droppers. So in a base zone blitz, where you rush 5 and drop 6, you have a 3 deep, 3 under shell. So let's go to the defensive front. This tackle's in a scoop. He's a contained rusher. The nose tackle scoops to the opposite side of the A-gap. The end, this is a key technique. It's called a long scoop. He's going to move over 2 gaps from the B to the A-gap right here. Like that. And that's going to bring in our blitz. As I said, you drop 6, it means you're rushing 5. 1, 2, 3. You're going to bring the Sam off the edge right here. Bring the Mike back right here. Now you'll see this in Chicago under Lovie Smith. I learned it from Lovie way back when I was playing for the Rams. And you'll see it in multiple places. You can run on a 3-4 set as well. You can run on a 5-2 set in high school. There's a lot of different ways you can get to this. Now the coverage aspect of it. I talked about number 2, number 3, number 2. These corners are playing number 1. What that means is to take the first guy vertical. So if you have an outside 9 route, which is a fade route, they lock on this guy. Strong safety to work to number 2. Let's say you have what's a sail route. A sail route is a 3-level route you'll see from the Chargers. Out on the West Coast, they love to run the sail route to work the ball to tight end Antonio Gates. So sail route is you have this 9 right here. You bring the tight end up on the 7, and you bring this full back to the flat. Now this technique, this seam flat technique, is also called a Bronco technique. That means you read 2 to 3. Here's the number 3 player, here's the number 2 player. Right now this is number 2, this is number 1, so we'll mark those guys. All of a sudden this comes out of the backfield, this becomes number 2. So think of a matchup zone in basketball. We're going to pass off responsibilities. You want this will linebacker to work all the way to here, that's a long way to go. So this strong safety is going to have to hold this off. Play in the middle, almost like a crow flat drop in cover 3. Hold off the 7. Wait for the quarterback to throw the flat and break downhill. Or a little trick that I played with in Washington under Greg Williams. We had the free safety take number 2 vertical. So if you have number 2 working the 7 or working the seam, you have the free safety come out of the field, middle of the field, play this. That allows the will time to work underneath and the strong safety time to get the flat. But ultimately, where you want the ball to go in any defense, but especially in the zone blitz, is right here. And you have to remember, there's only 5 guys rushing. They keep the back in, they scan the back this way. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys to block. The blitz is not guaranteed to get home. And you have to remember, in the NFL, these guys on offense get paid a lot of money for a reason. Because they're good at protection schemes, and if the quarterback identifies this, they can switch to a backside slant, the 3-step game here, or throw immediately hot to the flat. So you always have to understand this ball will come out quick, but it can be blocked up. So you have to keep the coverage aspect intact in the back end. That's it for now. As we move forward throughout the season and we get into more schemes, I'll get more complex, so to say, and talk about some stuff you see in New York with Rex Ryan, in Pittsburgh with Dick LeBeau. But for right now, this is as basic as it gets, and that's the zone blitz.